Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Hello, hi, my name is Anis Syafiqah binti Hashim and I will be the person in charge for my team project presentation. So my team and I are from TSI.co, which is Train Special Investigation Corporation, and we are going to do a presentation regarding the task that was given from our beloved lecturer, Dr. Mimi. So about our task, we are told to do an investigation about the accident that happened on 6 February on Thursday in Canada, where a Canadian Pacific freight train carrying crude oil derails and catches fire at Guernsey, Saskatchewan, about 115 km southeast of Saskatoon. So first of all, let me introduce to you to my team.
Okay. My name is Ahmad Alif Imran bin Ahmad Iswari. I'm in charge as a railway engineer in this project. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Muhammad Aziz Firdaus bin Asnan, memegang jawatan sebagai project engineer.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Nuhaisa binti Juki, memegang jawatan sebagai software engineer.
And I am Anis Syafiqah binti Hashim, the Human Resource Manager of TSI.co.
First of all, saya akan menerangkan serba sedikit tentang sejarah TSI.co, di mana syarikat kami ini ditubuhkan adalah untuk improve safety of the railway, di mana hal ini akan dapat membantu syarikat-syarikat kereta api ini untuk mengurangkan kadar kemalangan. Yang kedua, syarikat kami ini ditubuhkan bukanlah bertujuan untuk establish guide and liability. Secara konklusinya, syarikat kami adalah diimplementasi sendiri berdasarkan fakta yang sedia ada, dan kami akan clarifikan apa dan mengapa sesuatu perkara itu berlaku.
Hello, hi again. Here I am going to clarify the objective of our project. So the most crucial objective is to inspect the cause of this incident. Of course, every accident has to have its own cause, like what triggers it to happen at the first place. There and then we are going to find the best solution of every problem so it won't happen again. After the accident, of course, a certain legal law need to be considered to improve the safety of railways.
Okay, now I will explain the summary of the accident. This accident happened on 6 February of 2020 in Guernsey, Saskatchewan, Canada. Aksiden ini berlaku apabila Canadian freight train yang membawa minyak terkeluar daripada landasan about 150 km southeast of Saskatoon, dan akhirnya menyebabkan freight train itu terbakar. An estimate of oil spill in rural Saskatchewan has increased to 1.6 million liters.
Seterusnya ialah timeline project, di mana saya akan menerangkan timeline project ini secara ringkas. Untuk lebih detail berkaitan duration dan tarikh mula sesuatu projek, merujuk pada slide. Tarikh mula projek kami dimulakan pada 7 hari bulan 2 2020 dan berakhir pada 7 hari bulan 8 2020, di mana projek ini mengambil masa dalam masa 6 bulan untuk disiapkan secara menyeluruh. Kenapa kami bermula pada 7 hari bulan? Kerana 6 hari bulan 2020 pada waktu malam barulah kes itu berlaku. Untuk tambahan, projek kami ini dimulakan dengan site visit and investigation dan diakhiri dengan develop final report.
For our financial, we had fairly used the money where the government has awarded TSI.co 1 million Canadian dollar in Guernsey, Saskatchewan to address this issue. And most of our money we invest on track work, infrastructure and buildings.
Okay. Regarding to the law and legal aspect in Canada, the track regulation applied to all the federally regulated railways. Company operated the standard gauge track using the Transport Canada's rule respecting to track safety. So the standard gauge is actually 1435 mm. So in the rule respecting to the track safety part 1, General on Responsibility of Railway Company stated that all these railway company need to inspect the track at a regular basis. So this is done to ensure that the track is compliant to the track safety rule. So in this rule, it stated that if the track is not in compliance of TSR, the track should be immediately serviced or to stop the operation of the line. So this is to ensure that the train did not operate at the line that is not serviced, which will cause an accident at the line. Okay, for the methodology, there are a few steps that we need to do. Firstly is the visit the site and investigate. So this what we do here is to collect all the relevant data at the accident site, examine and photograph the wreckage, identify the component, collect the electric data from the locomotive, and collect all the radio communication of the train crews. Okay. Next is identify the cause. So we need to identify the cause by conducting the interviews with the train crews. Also examine all the data that we collected and perform the testing on the wreckage of the train so that we can know what caused this derailment. Next is brainstorming and design planning stage, which we will brainstorm and find the solution for the rail track and specification for the railway track. Okay. And then analysis the budget. So at this stage we calculate the operational cost and the item used to service the track. And then we review the product specification from the price, standard and relevant in the railway. So and then from this analysis budget, we also find the best product for the functionality in the Canadian railway environment. And then the development stage, we will develop and build the prototype of the track inspection machine and test the prototype at both new and broken track for better practicality. Also, we also improve the functionality of the machine. So after the development, then we also the next stage, the testing, refinement and testing stage. At this stage, we will test drive the prototype at the field for better result. Also test both broken track and the new track to make sure the machine is functioning. Also, then the user can use the product everyday inspection maintenance for 1 month to ensure the reliability of this product. And then we also, our company, we receive the feedback from the user to fine tune for it to be functional at the Canadian railway environment. So next is postmortem. The postmortem stage is where we will keep in touch with the operator of the product and get the feedback from the operator. We also review the relevance of the current system or the prototype. In case the current system is not relevant to the prototype, then we can update it so that it can enter the service in the Canadian Railway. For lastly is the production. The production stage is where we upgrade the system as needed by the railway company. We also offer the customizable product to cater the other type of railway environment. Also, we can introduce the product to the other railway companies.
We take a look at the customer and our stakeholder list. For the customer, we have the government, which is the Canadian government, and for the stakeholder, we have our employees, the communities, the Canadian government, the customer, owner, and our suppliers.
Okay, next is the recommendation. So the first recommendation is the track inspection technique on service rolling stock, which is the operating rolling stock on the main line. Okay, this technology is being developed by the RTRI, which is Railway Technical Research Institute in Japan, also by collaborate with the Hitachi company. So This technique is used in the high-speed train in Japan, in Kyushu Railway Company. So this technique is being used by mounted the inspection system in the bogie. Under the bogie, also there is onboard system, which is under frame, have the inspection system to inspect the track. So the train can inspect the track while in service. So there is no need for specialized train to inspect the track. So this can improve the maintenance productivity, also reduce the labor usage because we don't need to use the specialized train. And then also there is wireless data transmission and real time, and the automatic notification on the exceeded limit. So the OCC will get the notification about the certain part of track that is exceeded the limit, and then the service will be done at a specific point. Okay, kemudian dalam dedicated train for the railway track and overhead catenary system. So there are few example. Sebagai contohnya ialah Dr. Yellow dari Tokaido Shinkansen, TGV Iris 320, SNCF dengan China Railway punya CITS. Okay, di sini ada train yang betul-betul dedicated untuk railway inspection, overhead wire inspection, wheel rail force inspection, pantograph inspection, signaling inspection. So kereta api ni boleh inspect semua benda ni dalam sekali jalan. Jadi dia mengurangkan masa untuk inspect dan meningkatkan productivity untuk inspect track ni. Jadi dalam train ni dia ada makmal dan juga ada wireless transmission, sama juga seperti apa ni yang on board punya tu, cuma dia dalam ni ada makmal. Okey, yang untuk cadangan yang terakhir ialah new tamping machine, dibuat oleh Plaza and Tourer. Okay, tamping machine ni dia buat sama, dia boleh inspect track, dia specialize juga sama macam yang tadi. Cuma yang ni, yang train ni dia boleh correctkan geometrical position of track. Maknanya train ni dia boleh inspect sekali dengan service terus. Jadi dia boleh produce the correct geometrical position faster and reliable. Kemudian boleh maintain track at regular interval, include leveling, lifting, lining and tamping. Jadi tamping machine ni dia boleh inspect semua track dalam pada masa yang sama. Jika ada kawasan yang perlu dibaiki, perlu diservis, dia boleh lakukan terus pada masa yang sama. Kemudian dia juga ada boleh automatic data feeding by the computer dan record of the track parameter.
As a conclusion, we found out that there are few possible factors or causes of the accident. Number one is the operational fault, meaning there is something wrong with the train during the operational. Number two is there's mechanical track failure, for example, broken rail or mechanical wheel failure, which can lead to the derailment of the railway vehicle.